Hey guys, today in this video I'm going to be making a woven shirred top, and the pattern that I'm going to be using, I don't have an envelope because I got this pattern as a PDF, but it is the Sofia dress and top pattern from Victory Patterns. And I was like kind of already planning on making it as soon as I saw that pattern come out. I was like, yes, I need it in my life. So that's what I'm going to be making in this video. And I'm super excited. I don't think it looks too tricky. Actually, there's only a few pieces, only 3 pieces. So I have the front and back piece, which is the same, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, there's the front and the back piece are the same. And then you have the sleeve. I'm going to make the long sleeve version. And then this is like a shoulder strap piece. And this technically only goes with one of the sleeve styles, and that is not the long sleeve, but on the Victory Patterns blog, the pattern maker talks about how you can use that piece with any of the sleeve versions. Essentially, I don't know why in the pattern it makes it seem like you have to use this for only one of the sleeve versions. But yeah, you can use this. It just provides a little bit more coverage around your shoulder. So if you have like a bra strap or something, it won't show as easily if you have this piece as it would otherwise. Because otherwise you just put like an elastic casing along the sleeve and it sits like right on the edge of your shoulder. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm making the length I'm making is the crop top length, sorry, not that. The length I'm making is the peplum top. There's 2 different lengths you can cut for the top. There's the crop top length, like I mentioned, and then there is the peplum. And the difference basically is obviously the length on the crop top is a little shorter, but for the peplum, the shirring only goes down like about to your natural waist, I think is how it's supposed to go. I think I might carry it down a little bit further because I'm not as interested in the peplum style. I kind of want it to be something that I can kind of tuck into jeans or a skirt or something. So that's one modification I'm going to make. And then the other thing is the shirring on the sleeves. So I don't know if you can tell, but these are like the markings for how much shirring you're supposed to put. Why do I keep saying shirring? It's shearing. I think my issue is I watch a lot of sewing YouTube videos and people pronounce it differently, even though the correct pronunciation is shear, as in shearing a sheep, even though it's spelled differently. So I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. The correct pronunciation is shear. So the shearing is supposed to go essentially, from what I've seen from the versions that have been made on Instagram, and even the pattern the promo images, if that makes sense. The shirring, oh my gosh, the shearing goes from your wrist pretty far down, close to your elbow, and I think I'm going to maybe do a third of that amount, depending on how it looks. Yeah, that's basically my plan. I'm not as big of a fan of the shearing whenever it's super a lot, but there is a top that I know I like. I can't remember the name of it. Hopefully I will be able to find it and insert a picture of it, what the top looks like, but it has just a few lines of shearing around the wrists, and I like the way that looks a little bit better. So that's the other modification I'm going to do on this top. Yeah. So I have sort of explained what my modifications are, and now I'm going to show you the fabric that I'm going to use. And that is this absolutely beautiful poppy print fabric. This is a linen fabric, and it's like pretty pretty famous on Instagram. I know that I got mine from Stone Mountain and Daughter. You can find it at other places though. Like I think I saw it on Fabric Worm, just in case you are wondering, because Stone Mountain Daughter, they carry it occasionally, and whenever they get like a new shipment in, it tends to sell pretty quickly. And they recently had a shipment of a bunch of different varieties, but this one's like the classic one that you see a lot, and I actually do like this one the best. I think there was another one that I also liked, but by the time I had thought to buy this fabric, it was sold out. But this one was definitely my favorite of the 4 different colorways, I think. And this is not a cheap type of fabric, and I was kind of worried about that when I first saw it, because I was like, this is pretty expensive and it's a narrow fabric. But honestly, after receiving it, I can totally see why. I have never had linen that is so like, I don't know, it's just like very fine and soft. And I don't know about you, but if you have bought a lot of different kinds of linen, you probably know that sometimes it can be pretty scratchy, and like a little bit more, I don't know how to like describe it, like the threads themselves that make up the weave are a lot thicker, so it's a little bit more rough. But this is super fine and it feels so nice. So even though it is expensive and it is narrow, I can understand why, because it's a very high quality linen. It's probably like the best linen I've gotten, which I've tried a lot of linens, let me just say. So that is definitely high praise for me. I don't know how it compares to the linen from the fabric store from New Zealand. I know they have really good linen, but I've never tried it, so I can't compare it to that personally. But it is very high quality. It's better than like any linen I've gotten from any of the standard stores. So yeah, those are my plans. I don't think it should be a very long project. My plan is not to do any French seams or anything. I think I'm just going to do some serging for seam finishing, just so I can make it a faster project and have it done really quickly. I definitely am in need of some nicer long sleeve tops for cold weather. I feel like at least this time of year, I tend to like exclusively wear turtlenecks, and like maybe a handful of times I'll wear like a button up or like a sweater, but I just need like a little bit of variety in my life. So hopefully this is gonna provide that, and I have some plans for some other shirts that should hopefully provide a little variety. So hopefully whenever I talk to you next, I'll have an update on like, maybe I'll have all my pieces cut out or something. So I'll talk to you then. Bye. Okay, so it is a little bit later in the day and I have all my pieces cut out. And it was really fast to cut out because, like I said, this is only like 3 pieces. I accidentally forgot to cut out 2 pairs of this piece, which is the shoulder strap, but I went back and cut them out afterwards, and I also cut out a mask. Oops. Because I've been liking to do that recently. So I think I'm going to move on to actually sewing this next. I don't think this should be too long of a project, thankfully. So yeah, see you later. Hey guys, so here I am wearing my finished product, and yeah, so I'll see if I can give you like a better view of how it looks. Did there's that. The back and the front actually are exactly the same, which I was kind of actually surprised by. The sleeve itself is also like, as far as I could tell, it looked like it was a mirror image of itself, so there was no like front or back to worry about. So like that didn't really matter which direction it went. You can actually wear it either way, I guess. Although I did intentionally try to have this little strap area. I don't know. I tried to place the flowers on it in a nice, pleasing way, if that makes sense. But that's like the only like special pattern placement that I did for this pattern. I think the modifications I made for the pattern turned out well. I guess I should show you what it looks like untucked, although I think the majority of the time I'll wear this tucked in. Let's see. So that's about how long it is. Let me see if I can lower this just a little bit. Okay, there. Now you can actually see the whole thing, including the hem. So yeah, that's what it looks like whenever it's not tucked in. But as I mentioned in the original video, I think I will mostly wear it tucked in just because that's how I prefer to wear a lot of my shirts, to be honest. Especially with my high-waisted pants and stuff. So I think in terms of that hack where I added the shearing all the way down to the hem, I think that worked out pretty well actually. I wasn't entirely sure immediately how it would be whenever I was trying it on and everything. You know, it's just difficult to tell until you get it all done. And even whenever I finished the shirt and added the sleeves, I was like, is this even my style? But I mean, it obviously is pretty trendy for like this year and the past couple years. Honestly, it's very like, I don't know if it's very Reformation, but it does like remind me of some stuff that they have on Reformation. So it's not like, I don't know, I feel like in the past a lot of my clothes have been very minimalistic, not too much like volume in the sleeves and stuff like that. But I do really like it. I think it's a nice deviation from my standard clothing, so that's cool. And then the sleeve hack, I'm really glad I did that change. I actually only ended up with 4 lines of shearing around the wrist, and I really like the like silhouette it gives. I think it looks nice. Yeah. The only other thing that I'm like slightly disappointed in is since shearing actually like gathers up your fabric and it'll distort the print, which, you know, makes sense. So, you know, it's kind of hard to tell what this pattern is, at least around the body. But you do get a nice look at it on the sleeves. So if I were to make like another version of this top or like something similar to it, I would either want something that has like a really small print, like a tinier floral, or even a solid color. Even if like the solid color had some kind of like texture, like a eyelet or something, I think that would work a little bit better. But I still do really like this. I don't know. I like that you can actually see part of like the pattern a little bit better on the sleeves. I think if I had done a short sleeve version of this, I would be pretty sad because you wouldn't be able to see much of this really pretty print, but you definitely get to see it on the sleeves. So yeah, that is this video. I hope you really liked my little walkthrough making this shirt and everything. I think in this video I didn't record any of my actual like sewing or cutting out because I feel like that can get kind of repetitive, to be honest. Mostly I was just talking through my process and what worked, and I think for this one my hacks definitely worked and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So yeah, hope you guys have a great day and I will talk to you later. Bye!